Hello, my name is Sheyi Fabi. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. We continue on our topic in this GIS Lecture Series number 26. We are looking at Enterprise GIS for Urban Administration. Today, we want to look at how GIS can help in improving the procedures and methods for city improvement project, or what is generally referred to as urban renewal. One of the major activities of the urban gatekeepers is to improve the decaying component of the city, or the blighted part of the city, or the old core, traditional core of the city. It will require improvement. It will require either to improve the condition of the environment, or to improve the building characteristics and conditions. So in any of these projects, one of the major challenge is how to assess the qualities of buildings and the quality of the environment. If we engage different types of enumerators, the assessment of the condition of the environment depends on their subjective assessment. It's not completely an objective assessment when we want to look at the condition of building, because sometimes an enumerator may consider a building as moderately okay, meanwhile another enumerator that live in the good condition environment may consider a same building as poor condition. So we need a sort of a common assessment for building condition. So one of the methods we use in using GIS is we can use Google Form, as I introduced to us the other time, or EpiCollect 5, and we use Google Earth. We use Google Earth to look at the building so that we can assess the building, and we can actually develop a script that can do a general assessment of the building condition in the area. Today, briefly, we want to look at some of the examples we have on using EpiCollect. Maybe subsequent lecture, I will also introduce us briefly to how we can use Google Form to develop a questionnaire which the enumerators can use. So what we need to do is to first of all ensure that we have our internet on. When we have our internet on, we must ensure, if we have our internet on, we must ensure that we have very good internet connectivity, because when we want to use Google Earth, we must ensure that we have a very good internet connectivity so that we can really access. We want to look at upgrading area like this, and we can deploy enumerators to go to this area. Look at them from the Google Earth. You can zoom as much as possible. So you can zoom. So you may want to look at what is the condition of some of these buildings, and you develop a questionnaire that will help you to help the enumerators to assess this building, and each of the questionnaire can be attached to the buildings that you have here. So after you are sure of your area of study, in the lecture series number 25, I explained to us how we can actually demarcate the area of our research interest, or area of our study area on the Google Earth. Now we can go to EpiCollect. You go to, if you don't have if you are on Google Earth, if you don't have it already, you click click Epic Collect. You go to the Google Hat, you say Epic Collect. You can select Epic Collect 5 login if you have an account already. If you don't have an account already, you just download the Epic Collect 5 and you can create your questionnaire. But today, I'm not going to look at the creation of questionnaire because we want the video to be short. The objective of this lecture series is to have short video that explain different aspects of GIS application to our viewers so that you can easily grasp it. And our focus is to use low budget functions, low budget facilities on the internet. So if you use Epic Collect, like I have an account on Epic Collect and I have a project which I'm going to use. So you log in, and when you log in, you can log in from now. I'm already on my account. So I can go to my project or I can create a project. If you want to create a project, you can create a project to have your new questionnaire. And under the new questionnaire, you can say condition of buildings, and name of the building owner, type of building use, mixed use, residential. You can have different forms. And the next, another lecture where I'm going to look at, I'm going to demonstrate to us how you can create a form or you can create a questionnaire that the enumerators can use on their Android, and they can go to the field and use it appropriately. But here I'm going to just look at my project, and under my project we have different type of project that I have, but I'm going to use this which is about Lagos. Under this project I want to use, we have about 6,484 data there. And when we look at the data, we have a lot of data here now, which are for each of these buildings. So the next thing I'm going to do is to download the data. When you download the data, you can download the data as CSV file, which can be opened in Excel, it can be opened in any file, can be opened in any other land use. It can be opened also as JSON. So we are going to download it as the CSV file. That's comma delimited file. And after we have downloaded, you can see it's been downloaded here. So you can show it where it is downloaded. And when you are done, you click on it, and then you can say you can extract it. You open it, double click and open it. You can now extract to I'm going to use a demo folder which I call ORMC folder, which one of my working demo. So I've downloaded, and there's one of the files there before. I'm going to say yes. So I've downloaded it as Form 1, and you can go to the folder and open it, or you go to Excel. You can open the data in Excel, or you open it in any other folder. But let's quickly go because of our time. You can open this file in ArcGIS, you can open it in QGIS, but for now, what we want to do is to open it directly in Google Hat so that we can see which building pertain to different lines. But let's first open it in Excel, Excel, and see what we have there. Look at it. If you open it like this, can show something like this, but this is not how we want to use it. Then we can open it in ArcGIS, and if you open ArcGIS, we can open it as a CSV file. Can navigate to E, and then URMC demo. So, and then we have the Form 1 vulnerability mapping. So we have the table of content. So you can see now if it is open, you can see the entire file here. We have the ID, we have the date it was created, we have the day it was uploaded, and the name of the person who is the questionnaire, the title of the longitude coordinate, latitude coordinate, longitude coordinate, accuracy of the coordinate, and so on and so forth. The UTM coordinate system, if you are interested in UTM coordinate system, that is the data that was collected, and we have 6,000 over 6,000 data sets for each of those buildings. But what we are really, you can plot the point here by going to uh, add data, add X and Y data if you want to work in the GIS. So this is the form 1. So you can use longitude and the latitude. The X field is actually the longitude because it is the X that is changing east-west and north and westward, east-west and west-way. So longitude is the X field, while latitude is the Y field. Sometimes some people confuse it because they use mathematics longitude and latitude, but the X coordinate is actually the longitude in the GIS, while the latitude is the Y coordinate because it's the one changing upward and downward. So we click OK, and then we now have the form 1 vulnerability as an event. Then you can zoom to the layer, and because it is actually there's some form of mistake there. So we have data here, data, and you can convert the CSV file data export. You can convert it and make it a shape file. And when you make it a shape file, then you call it Lagos data, and it becomes a shape file. And when it becomes a shape file, then you can edit and remove Lagos data now. Let's turn all layer off and make only Lagos data to be on. The reason is that we now discover that there's actually an error here, and this error is really, we can actually remove it when you go to editor, start editing, and Lagos data, and then because we want to remove this is an error. If you look at, let's zoom out. Let's zoom to that's something we describe. This one is actually an error. So you can select it and hit delete on your keyboard. When you select it and hit delete on your keyboard, then you can now have the real data for the city, the, the, the area, the entire area. So you have the, what's happening now? You have the data. You now have the data for the, you have the data, So this is now the whole data. But now let's go to, you can save it as shape file. But now let's go back to Google Earth because that is actually where we want to do our work. I'm going to launch Google Earth here now, and then we can import the data directly from the CSV file, or we import the data as any other, as a shape file, map info file, shape file. Let's look at we can import. Let's look at the CSV file that we got from the map, which is, look at the location, UMC demo, and then you can open, and when you open, and it's delimited, and then you can click finish. And because data is very heavy, we are not going to import sample. We are just restricted to view, because it's saying that the file contain more than 2,500 features and could cause application performance degradation. Therefore, instead of importing all and and reduce the performance of Google Earth, let's say we just want to view. We want to view the data, and as we view the data, it's going to come up in under my place. After now, the points are concentrated in this point. The point has been plotted, and we can see how you can zoom to any of these points. Let's zoom. Let's zoom to a particular building. It depends on your internet strength. I'll show how easy it is to zoom to a particular building. We are going to pick a building in this area and zoom to see how the building look like, and compare the building to these are the location of the building that were sampled and used for to do a sort of analysis of condition of building in the project area. So we are going to zoom to a particular building here, and the information you can see the buildings. You can see the buildings. This particular building here, this represents this building, and you can check the information. You can confirm what the enumerator has actually done for this building. This is another building, so you can compare the information. This is that all the information about this building is residential, and this is the name of the street, and so on and so forth. So you can check the information on any of this building, this particular building, this particular building. So when you have the information on the building like that, you can actually use the data collected, use it, compare with what is on the ground, and you can continue your analysis. This is very critical in building analysis, and the next subsequent class lecture, I'm going to show you how you can actually extract data directly from, you can extract the building footprints directly from the Google Earth, so that you can start your work. You can start doing your design. And also in QGIS, you can also download AutoCAD QCAD, which is the AutoCAD application. You can use it to do what AutoCAD can do for you, what you can do in AutoCAD, the rendering, the embellishment, and everything. You can also do it in QGIS, and it's free. The beauty of it is that it is free. You are not violating any piracy law. It is free. You download and you can start to use. Thank you. Watch out for my next lecture series, and thank you and goodbye.